Hello, let's explore how to reduce a big portion of the inheritance tax and capital gains tax in the UK within the HMRC guidelines. Inheritance tax is charged on the death state, which is simply the accumulation of the total assets less any sort of liabilities, legal liabilities and debts. IHT or inheritance tax rate is 40%, which is a big chunk of tax. On the other hand, capital gains tax is charged on the appreciated value of the capital assets. The CGT or capital gains tax rates are 10%, 18%, 20% or 28% for the tax year of 23 and 24. However, this 28% of capital gains tax will be reduced to 24% from 24 and 25 tax year onwards. The different rates of capital gains tax depends on the taxpayer status and also the classification of the assets. Deceased family members often struggling to pay very expensive inheritance tax and capital gains tax. However, there are many different ways to reduce inheritance tax and capital gains tax because there's lots of reliefs and exemptions available if any wealthy individual plan ahead. A popular method of reducing inheritance tax and capital gains tax is transferring assets to the spouse. Getting married is one of the best method to reduce inheritance tax and capital gains tax. For example, if you are married or in a civil partnership and cohabiting, then if you transfer any assets to your spouse, is absolutely tax-free for inheritance tax and capital gains tax purposes. The contents of this episode is purely made for the general information. If you need any tax specific advice, please get in touch. Our team will contact with you. Also, you can speak to your accountants and tax professionals if you have one. It is always a good piece of advice to browse HMRC websites and find out recent updates that probably relates to your queries. Many thanks for watching this.